heard you guys want flames, so I'm making a video of how to make flames with your mini bike. Ooh, preferably that one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and what I'm going to be doing today is showing you how to make your guys' mini bike shoot massive flames. So I think we could all undeniably say that a vehicle shooting flames is pretty sweet. So I know a lot of people want that, and not everyone can afford crazy vehicles, so most people will just have mini bikes. And mini bikes are actually pretty easy to shoot flames on, but mine are a bit more complicated and just involve more than revving and shooting flames that way. I think I've perfected the two-step and carburetor combo to the ultimate perfection. But before we get into any of that, I gotta show you guys what this bike is. It's a Coleman CT200 with the stock 196, completely stock internals, except for valve springs, which are 22 pound, stock flywheel, all that stuff stock piston, stock rod, stock crank, stock cam. The only modification to it is the valve springs and a 25mm carb intake and the filter thing. That's it. So nothing was done. Obviously an exhaust. I custom made both my exhausts for this bike because I don't feel like paying like 60 bucks for a Go Power Sports one. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a bunch of cool things and noises to do with the motor. I'm sure there's like plenty of you guys out there that don't know the simple thing, and like why it's kind of like a flex is because you can't really electronically tune a carburetor unless you have an electric carburetor. So having a limiter or two-step is not normal. So that's why I kind of put it out there that my bike does do this, and it's kind of my accident, and it does happen. It's not always promised, and it's not like perfect, you know. But basically what it is the bike is just runs lean. And so when it gets to a certain RPM, it has a tendency to not want to rev any higher, and it'll just hit a limiter basically. It still can rev higher if I give it all the beans, but it typically won't. So that's what I'm showing you how to do today. And for those of you that did catch the spark plug in the exhaust, yes, that will be operational soon because I want to shoot massive flames. But for right now, I think I have another trick up my sleeve that might work to make it shoot huge flames. So yeah. But for those of you who are stock still, you might have a carburetor that might look something like this, which is a stock carburetor for a Coleman. I mean, you may have a smaller carburetor or bigger carburetor, but either way, most carburetors are the same. So what that means, as long as you got the right tools and decent knowledge of what you're doing, you should be able to do this to your bike. Not to mention, this is also like pretty much free because most mini bikes parts are just free in general, but you only really need parts to do this. So it's just kind of tinkering with stuff. Like if you were to try and do this on like an EFI bike, it'd be hell because you have to buy a computer, buy a bunch of tuning strap, and then pay a ton of money just to have some lame crap that I can have. But basically what this is, you see a 25mm carb, like an aluminum intake tube, just an air filter. This air filter is off my dirt bike, old one. I don't have a fuel pump on this bike. I may soon, but what it is just the carburetor runs lean, which you could tune it by adjusting screws, or what I did is just take the needle out right here. I grabbed another carb to show you guys, but basically you just take the top piece out right here. Throttle tube assembly just shot out. Okay, and you're going to have a needle. A lot of people don't know this. They just know that you have to drill out your jet. But if you just pop this parse out, you can actually access a spot on the needle where it comes out, and you could change the positioning on it, causing it to run leaner or richer. So what you want to do, depending on what you want to do really, you could rather, in my opinion, shoot flames or have an awesome limiter. And there's ways to combine both of those. It's called spend 200 bucks and go freaking EFI for a stupid motor. But basically, you just want to make it in a leaner position to where it would do this. And all you have to do to make it leaner is to move the clip on the needle up more. And if you want to make it run richer, you have to move it down more. Or you could drill out your jet. What I've also done to, I think that bike, maybe both of them, I'll have to check. But for standard type carburetors, which come on this, because I'm not going to leave you guys hanging like that, you would basically, there's multiple ways you could lean out a bike. Like one, you can get a smaller jet, which they do offer, or you could make some sort of airflow restriction, which I personally don't really recommend, but I mean, you can if you want. Or you could just freaking ride with your choke on, like halfway on or on. I don't care. Do what you please. Do what you will with this information. But either way, I'm going to show in a clip in a few seconds of me doing it with my bike. And after that, I'll see you guys next time. All right, I'm opening the garage door because if I do it in here, it gets too loud and it breaks my mic. So opening the garage door. All right, we got a cold start. Okay, it's very cold. It's running pretty good.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
I tried spraying carburetor cleaner in the tailpipe, that way it'd shoot flames, but it didn't seem to like it very much. So I'll try again later or something, but we'll see. If you guys like that though, I'll see you next time.